hard test that he takes you through is in order to build your faith to that next level.
It's true.
So you don't have to worry that whether God's gonna show up, because you know He's gonna show up, and you don't have to worry about whether or not He's gonna show up on time. Because what they say, He may not come when you want Him, but He's always on time. God knows what He's doing. Just like the children of Israel when He brought them out of Egypt, and He took them the opposite direction that was the shortest way to get to the promised land. But He led them in a position to where they didn't have nowhere else to go. The Red Sea was in the front of them, and the Pharaoh's army was behind them, and wasn't nowhere else to go. So they had to depend on God, but the Bible says that God led them out there. So they was in the will of God. But it looked like they was caught between a rock and a hard place if you look at it, because now you done brought us out of Egypt, and now Pharaoh's army is behind us. You got the Red Sea in front of us, and then they complaining, what you done brought us out here to kill us. Now God did all of these miracles to bring them out, and first sign of trouble, they start complaining, and not only did they cry for help, but they was crying out on one hand for help, but then on the other hand, they was complaining. And we do that sometimes.
And even when they walking in it, they had to trust Him. Even when He opened the Red Sea, they had to trust Him that it wasn't going to close. Because you're talking about a wall of water on this side and a wall of water on that side of you. Imagine that. So it took trust, even though you had a dry trail. It still took some trust to walk on that trail and believe that this congealed water on the side of you ain't gonna cave in on you.
And I try to picture that in my mind, and it's like, okay, now He parted the Red Sea, and they say they walk across on dry land, so that means water over here, and I'm picturing in my mind that everything that was in that water, you could see it moving around. On the side. And they said, come on, let's walk across. And I'm like, wait a minute now. So you right. Because I'm telling you, I don't even like going over bridges and overpasses.
Those bridges with water
that have a lot of water up under that. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That makes me a little nervous. And then you hear people say, well, how you can get on the cruise ship? They made to float on top of the water. My car is not. Okay. A cruise ship, it floats on top of the water. The car's not made to float on top of the water. So that's a little bit different. So I could just imagine them walking through there and all of the live
sharks and fish
stuff that was in the water. Think about sharks and whales and everything else in that water. Woo.
And He closed it back on the Egyptians. Simon saying, they didn't know. They had to walk by faith.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
And they say he caused the east wind, wasn't to come that it dried it for them to walk on dry land. They didn't even have to walk through the mud. He let them walk on dry land.
Wow.
But now I'm thinking Pharaoh and his army, they must have been
very bright.
Well, maybe they was probably so full of rage because the Bible say God hardened their heart. And so for them to pursue these folks is they looking at them walking across a sea on dry land, and they go after them. Now think about even before then. Remember the pillar of cloud was leading them at the night and the fire by night, the cloud by the day. Now, when Pharaoh's army was coming behind them, he said that pillar of cloud went back behind them and stood between them and Pharaoh's army. So it gave them time to get on over there, across there. And then by the time he let Pharaoh's army come in there behind him, they done made it to the other side. Then he just let the water.
Know what I'm saying? But it's proof. This is what they prove, Minister. Miracles do not change people. Miracles don't change people. The word of God changed people. The relationship with God changed people. Faith in God, trusting in God, believing in God, that changes you. And miracles are just there to really pull in the people that don't know God. Because